Okay, the time is 6:03, and this begins the meeting of the Granite Falls School Board on January 28th, 2026. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance Okay, thank you. Okay, and now I will hand it over to Thomas Hancock for the land acknowledgement.
We honor the first peoples of these lands by acknowledging that the area in which we gather is within the traditional territory of the Stillaguamish tribe of Indians. The Stillaguamish people have inhabited these lands and waters since time immemorial, and these descendants have remained in this territory to this day. The Stillaguamish people have continued to practice the traditional ways of their ancestors of fishing, hunting, and gathering. The Stillaguamish tribe has had these lands and cultural traditions passed on to them by their ancestors who believe that everything has a spirit and that they are caretakers of these lands and waters.
Okay, and tonight in attendance, we have student reps Elijah and Thomas, and then we have Director Farley, Director Panagas, Director Dane, myself, Director Ledoux, and Dr. Giesland. So we are now going to start off item 2A, which is school board recognition. Oh, and we will also, I'd like to make a motion that we excuse Director Veach tonight. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Now we'll move on to, feels weird to say this, but School Board Recognition Month.
So January is School Board Recognition Month, and we will honor them a little bit later in the program, but I just want to say thank you to our board of directors. This is a volunteer position, and there's a lot of time and energy spent outside of meetings doing all the things that I send them to read and all the research, and we just really appreciate that they come together for our community to serve, and they are your voice, and that's why they are divided into 5 districts to represent 5 different areas of Granite Falls. So thank you, school board, and we have some lovely pictures of you in the program later.
Can't wait. Okay, now the fun part of the evening, which is going to be success in education. And so I will hand it right back over to Dr. Giesland.
Thank you. And thank you for being here tonight. This is these are our favorite board meetings because we get to recognize our students and we get to recognize our staff. And so we're going to get right to it. So tonight we're going to start with Granite Falls High School. And the awards tonight for Granite Falls High School will be presented by Vice Principal Dave Banchini.
Good evening. We have 4 outstanding students, 3 of which are here, 1 from each grade level. So we will start with our wonderful freshman, Amaya Rhodes. Come on up here. So Amaya, I was sitting with her lunch table today and kind of said, oh, Mr. Pike's going to be reading this. You don't have to worry about anything embarrassing. But, no. Amaya is a wonderful kid. She's a 3.9 student, first semester in high school. She is ranked number 6 in her class. She has a strong commitment to education, dedication, leadership, and service to others. She balances her coursework with Spanish. She's in advanced math. And she plays on our volleyball team. And our volleyball team this year really established a high standard of quality. And just watching Amaya play as a freshman on our junior varsity team, she's going to be the next person to really carry that torch. She did a fantastic job. She's also going to do track in the spring. She is very strong with her teamwork, discipline, and perseverance. Beyond her own education, she gives back to her community, volunteers, coaches, guess what sport? Volleyball. She wants to go to college, pursue a career as a middle school or high school math teacher. That is so awesome. Passionate for learning and a desire to positively impact future generations. So one of her teachers wrote down that Amaya is the quiet powerhouse in English. She always has a deep insight with the topics we're covering and is a naturally talented writer. She has also been quietly predicted to be the future president of the United States. So, and then the last thing I do is just look up their name and see if what their name means matches their personality. Natural and curiosity, never stops learning. Amaya, the name Amaya means beautiful, hope, highly praised, and carries a quiet confidence. And from what I know of Amaya over the last couple of years of seeing her in the 6th grade and this year, that fits her to the T. Please give a big round of applause for Amaya Rhodes. And then you just go down and shake the. Let's have our sophomore, Pimchinuk Rungrang Satan. Come on up here. Pimchinuk, when you think about academic excellence, dedication to school, strong leadership, you look at Pimchinuk. She is the picture of that. She's enrolled in rigorous courses, AP World History, pre-AP English, strong academics with involvement in cross-country and track, FBLA, FCCLA, and the school newspaper. At the beginning, really since I've been here, I've talked about kids getting involved. She gets involved, she throws herself into it, and it really paid off. Last year, she went to the FBLA and FCCLA state competitions. She won the FBLA competition. She was the first Granite student ever to go to nationals in FBLA. CEOs of companies, watch out. She's up and coming for sure. Beyond school, she works at her family's restaurant. She has been offered a job to teach robotics, and she volunteers in her community. Her teacher, Pimchinuk, is an exceptional student that exemplifies what it means to be a Granite Falls High School Tiger. With her strong work ethic, ability to think analytically, and her willingness to help where help is needed, Pim has the tools that really set an example for her peers at Granite Falls High School. Her name, one who is beautifully formed, elegance, good character, strong influencer, and intelligent and creative, and that is exactly who Pim is. Please give a big round of applause for Pim Chinook. All right, Miss Jada Lynn Bellison, our junior award winner. Come on up here. One more thing about Pim Chinook. She's a 4.0 student and #1 in her class. You didn't pick that up. Another fantastic student, Jada Bellison. She is our junior representative. She's a 3.95 student, ranked 7th in the junior class. Again, academic dedication, leadership, community involvement, all those things that we talk about at high school, getting involved. She's taken that and runs with it. She challenges herself academically, AP language, Spanish 2. She's in the honor roll since middle school. She's involved in tennis, serves as a school board member representative. Tonight, she didn't want to sit up here because she wants to get all the glory and not have to work with it. Outside of school, she balances a part-time job while enjoying reading and spending time with her family. She has completed over 40 hours of her community service already. That's what they need to graduate. She works at or volunteers at the Wind of Joy Food Bank. After high school, she plans to explore career paths that involve working closely with people with strong interest in becoming a cosmetologist. So for Jada Lynn, her teacher, Jada Lynn is a very conscientious and hardworking student who is always on task. The name Jada Lynn, creative, wants to make a positive impact, selflessness, a giver. She's opinionated, and that's for sure, and empathetic. And those are the great qualities, definitely, of Jada Lynn. Our final student, she's not here, wasn't able to make it. Leah Trivanov is not here tonight. No. So Leah demonstrates a strong commitment to academic excellence, leadership, and service. She challenges herself through rigorous coursework, pre-calculus, AP Psych, participating again in theater and practicing plays. If you were here in December when we did our first play, she was one of the stars of the play. Enjoys activities like Dungeons and Dragons, anything that involves problem solving. Outside of school, she enjoys reading and cares for her siblings. She serves her community in the food drive coordinator, member of Link Crew, volunteers at school concessions. Leah plans to attend college to pursue a business degree. Her teacher, Leah, is an excellent math student in the pre-calculus class. Her good work habits and attention to detail are very much appreciated. Delicate beauty and grace, creativity, desires peace, and she is going to be a great counselor or a teacher. Let's just recognize Leah. Thank you. And now we will have Crossroads, Kayla Land. Come on up here.
Hi, I have the privilege of first calling up one of our two kiddos, first being Hunter Terry. I am so lucky to be talking about you today. In education and in the workplace, we often talk about 21st century skills, but the most important one isn't necessarily technical, it's emotional intelligence. I saw this in Hunter. Hunter challenges himself each and every day. He even interviewed our new ALE manager. He is someone who asks thoughtful questions. He is someone that shines in our unique community in Crossroads. I'm proud of the hard work he does, how he'll step out of his comfort zone, and especially if it means he can help someone. Hunter has been a driving force in shaping the culture of our school. Through his work with many clubs and his leadership as the ASB president, he has lived out being a strong, caring, and thoughtful leader. He shows persistence by listening to others with quiet empathy. He has modeled respect by helping create our core beliefs, defining what it looks like to be courteous and respectful. He fights for inclusion using his leadership platform to support not only his fellow students, but the staff as well, ensuring we all work hand in hand. His dedication is evident in his active learning. He works hard, asks questions, and advocates for Crossroads to be seen as a highly valued school. And finally, Hunter leads with empathy. He is a loyal friend. He's considerate of others, always willing to help other students and staff, and everyone. Hunter, you are a leader who acts with heart. For your hard work and your commitment to our values, I am honored to present you with this award. I'm so proud of you. The next person that we are honoring from Crossroads is Malachi Sims. I first want to say that you are so deserving of this award. When I think about character traits that employers look for today, I think of someone who can read a room, connect with people, and show genuine understanding. That is Malachi Sims. The first thing that comes to mind when you think of Malachi is that he has true old-fashioned respect. He is kind beyond measure. Malachi is always the first to introduce himself and show genuine interest in one's life. He is a deep thinker with a profound understanding of the world. Genuine is also another word. You definitely are. When Mr. Sims is at school, he makes it a point to ask everyone how their day is with true interest and an interest in actually listening to your response. We see his persistence and his resilience. He has taken many steps to improve himself and his academics, refusing to be a quitter and keeping his eye firm on the prize. His growth mindset and resilience is remarkable. He sets a standard for how we should treat one another. He fosters inclusion simply by being himself. He makes sure our school is viewed as a place where dreams are reached. His dedication is inspiring as he's put forth the effort to increase his opportunities. And perhaps most importantly is he carries himself with empathy. Again, his easygoing demeanor and friendliness calms the atmosphere around him, making our school a better place to be. Malachi, you are an exemplary student and a role model for all of us. It is my privilege to present you with this award. Now, if I could have the Granite Falls Middle School presented by Assistant Principal Candace Ward come down, please.
Okay, the first student I'd like to come up is our sixth grader, Ender Ackerman. Bear with us, guys. We got this. Okay, so the sixth grade teaching team is proud to recognize Ender Ackerman as our second quarter Success in Education recipient. Ender is a mature, responsible, and inquisitive learner who consistently immerses himself in every subject. In science, he dives deeply into the labs and lessons with curiosity and enthusiasm. In math, he demonstrates exceptional accuracy by thoughtfully showing his work. In English, he brings insight into his reading and communicates his ideas clearly and effectively in writing. Ender also serves as an excellent role model for his peers. He stays focused on his assignments, participates meaningfully in discussions, and contributes positively to the classroom environment. Ender is a stellar student and a joy to teach, and truly exemplifies success in education. Congratulations, Ender. I would like to call up our seventh grade recipient, Quentin Neiman. Okay. The seventh grade team is proud to recognize Quentin Neiman as our second quarter Success in Education Award recipient. Quentin is an outstanding student who consistently demonstrates responsibility, maturity, and leadership. He arrives on time, checks in independently, and completes his work with care while staying focused and fully engaged in class. Quentin regularly goes above and beyond expectations and is a strong self-advocate for who takes pride in doing what is right. He is also incredibly polite, kind, and supportive of others, often helping classmates with math and offering encouragement to those around him. Quentin has a huge heart, a great personality, and a deep dedication to his friends and family. If every classroom had more students like Quentin, they would be filled with respectful, attentive, and hardworking learners. He truly is deserving of recognition as our second quarter success in education recipient. Congratulations, Quentin. And I would like to call up our 8th grade recipient, Elise Depew. Okay, so the 8th grade team is proud to recognize Elise Depew as our second quarter Success in Education Award recipient. Elise is a wonderful example of what it means to be a dedicated and well-rounded student at Granite Falls Middle School. She balances enjoying her time with friends while staying focused on completing her homework and taking responsibility for her learning. Outside of the classroom, Elise enjoys playing Roblox and taking pride in helping care for her little sister, showing both kindness and maturity. She is also actively involved in after-school activities, participating in volleyball and girls basketball, where she consistently demonstrates teamwork and a strong school spirit. One of Elise's biggest goals is to continue improving her grades and staying focused as she prepares for the transition to high school. Her hard work, positive attitude, and commitment to personal growth make her truly deserving of this recognition. We are proud to honor Elise as our 8th grade Success in Education recipient. Congratulations. And I would like to call forward the principal of Mountain Way, Rodora de la Cruz.
Okay, please welcome and congratulate Amaya Brazil, our kindergartner winner. Amaya is a kindergartner who is truly ready to learn. She comes to school every day excited to try the next new thing, and her enthusiasm is contagious. Amaya practices at home, and her effort is clearly shown through her daily growth. She is an independent learner who takes herself to the next level with perseverance and determination. Amaya consistently demonstrates Cubs behavior, cooperation, understanding, bravery, and safety each and every day. Her teacher, Mrs. Burke, can always count on her to use integrity and stay focused on her learning. She's kind to her friends, respectful of expectations, and she understands why safety is important, making it easy for her to do the right thing. This is Amaya's first year of school, and she has been incredibly brave while navigating so many new changes. She shows confidence, responsibility, and a genuine love for learning. Amaya also loves her family and brings that joy and kindness into the classroom each day. Amaya is an amazing Cub. Mrs. Burke is so lucky to have her in class. She's a star student and is proudly receiving the Success in Education Award, and she truly deserves it. Please join me in congratulating our kindergarten Great Success in Ed winner, Amaya. One more hand for Amaya. first grade winner is Owen Lopez. Owen is truly exceptional in first grade. He consistently gives his best effort in everything he does. He's conscientious and works extremely hard, always trying to do things the right way and takes pride in his work. He listens carefully, follows directions, and shows a strong sense of responsibility that is impressive for his age. Beyond his academics, he's an incredibly kind and caring friend. He treats everyone with respect, includes others, and is always willing to help classmates who need support. His positive attitude and gentle nature make him someone everyone wants to be around. He brings warmth and joy to the classroom each day, and he is a wonderful role model for his peers. Mountain Way is incredibly lucky to have Owen as a Tiger. He represents the very best of our school, and we are so proud to have him in our community. Please join me in congratulating our first grade Success in Ed winner, Owen. Congratulations, Owen. Second grade winner, please welcome and congratulate Allie Decker. All right, every once in a while, you meet a student who doesn't just follow the classroom culture, she actually helps create it. This year's Success in Ed winner is exactly that kind of person, Allie Decker. When Mrs. Steinbreck thinks of Allie, the first thing that comes to mind is her heart. She's incredibly kind to everyone she encounters, but what makes her truly special is what she does when she thinks nobody is watching. She's the first to find a way to help out, quietly making our classroom a better place without ever asking for credit. In the classroom, they call her mini teacher. She approaches every task with 100% effort and focus, and her smiley, bubbly personality is literally contagious. It is impossible to be in a bad mood when Allie is around. She also has a level of determination that is pretty legendary for a second grader. About a month into school, Allie came up to her teacher with a special request. She didn't want an extra recess or a prize. She asked for extra math work. Specifically, she wanted to tackle multiplication and division, which are things we don't even cover in second grade. Her teacher gave her a math challenge packet, and ever since, she has been working on it every single day, proudly showing the complex problems she's mastered. Allie, your curiosity, your work ethic, and your kindness make you a total gem. We are so proud of you. Please join me in congratulating our Success Ed winner in second grade, Allie. Congratulations, Allie. Okay, you got Monte Cristo's principal, Miss Maria Losi.
Good evening. I am thrilled to present to you Easton Duncan. Come on up, Easton. Easton is a third grade student at our school, and we are so proud his teachers nominated him as the third grade student for Success in Education. From the very beginning of the year, he has demonstrated an outstanding commitment of learning and personal growth. He's incredibly hardworking, responsible, and takes school seriously each and every day. You are a pretty serious guy, that's for sure. In the classroom, he is a natural leader. He is kind, friendly, polite, and conscientious, always setting a positive example for others. Easton consistently shows respect to peers and adults, and he approaches challenges with perseverance and a willingness to learn. One of Easton's greatest strengths is knowing when to ask the teacher for support, showing both maturity and self-awareness. His dedication, character, and positive attitude truly reflect what success in education looks like. And Mrs. Davis is so fortunate to have him in class. This is some pretty awesome things you just got to hear about yourself, huh? I believe every word of it. Do you? All right. Easton. And now I'd like to welcome up our fourth grade success in education recipient, Reed Hurley. Come right over here, Reed. You're doing great. Right up these stairs. Are you nervous? Me too, a little bit. It's normal. Big breath. Well, fourth grade was pleased to nominate Reed Hurley as the Student for Success in Education this month or this quarter. Reed is kind and respectful. He treats others with compassion and empathy. His perseverance navigating challenging situations and commitment to bettering himself is inspirational. Reed is a student who knows what he wants for his future, and I truly believe he will succeed in obtaining the goals that he has set for himself. And Reed, if you didn't know, Miss Mack, our counselor, she's the one that nominated you for this award. Pretty cool, huh? And you know what I love most about this, Reed, is her words that you treat others with compassion and empathy. People that do that go a long way in life. Pretty cool. Congratulations. Now I'd like to welcome Miss Peyton Charles to the stage. Peyton Charles is a fifth grader in our school. And I remember the first day I met Peyton, and I was so impressed by her spunk, her sense of humor, her outgoing personality. I was like, that is a girl after my own heart right there. We are incredibly proud of the growth and leadership that you've shown this year, Peyton. Your dedication to your studies has led to a remarkable academic progress, and your positive attitude sets a shining example for everyone in the classroom. By consistently working hard and choosing to be a respectful, focused leader, you have truly become a role model for your peers. I see that too. Your classmates look up to you. Keep striving for excellence, Peyton, because your future is bright. And Miss Solway, she's up there. She's the one that wrote all this great things about you. Pretty cool. I am so proud of you, Peyton. Congratulations.
All right. Can we get one more round of applause for all of our success in education winners? And while we have the attention of our success in education winners, could we have all of the students who won an award come up, and the board as well, and our board reps, and we'll go right in front of the stage, and Tani's going to take a picture of everyone. Parents, you're welcome to come down or wherever you want to get to take a good pic as well. All right, if everybody could return to their seats. We are going to stay and honor our bridge builders, and then we'll have a recess of the board meeting and some cookies and a reception outside, and then we'll convene the board meeting again. But now we're going to transition to recognizing our bridge builders, who are our staff members who build incredible adult-student relationships. So come back up, board. All right. The Bridge Builder Award honors staff members who go above and beyond to build meaningful, trusting relationships with students. These are the adults who notice, listen, advocate, and stand in the gap for kids, sometimes loudly, sometimes quietly, but always with care. Bridge builders create connections. They make school safe. They help students believe that they matter even on hard days. Often their impact isn't found in lesson plans or schedules, but in moments, a conversation, an act of advocacy, and a belief that refuses to waver. This winter, our Granite Falls community reminded us just how powerful these relationships are. We received more than 40 nominations for the Bridge Builder Award, each one telling a story of trust, care, and connection. 40 examples of adults who made a difference, 40 reminders that relationships are at the heart of everything we do. Tonight, we have the honor of recognizing 4 of those incredible bridge builders. Bridge builder number 1, Marcy Lemke, come on up. She goes, can I stand here or can I keep walking? Marcy's a teacher at Granite Falls Middle School. Our first bridge builder reminds us that sometimes the most powerful thing an adult can do for a student is simply stand beside them, especially when it matters most. This nomination comes directly from a student who shared, when I was going to get in trouble for something that I didn't do, she backed me up and supported me. Simple, powerful, and everything. Marcy Lemke, a teacher at Granite Falls Middle School, didn't just listen, she believed. She didn't just observe, she advocated. In a moment where it would have been easier to stay quiet, she chose to speak up for a student who needed an adult in their corner. That kind of support sticks with kids. It builds trust. It tells students, I see you, I hear you, you're not alone. And let's be honest, middle school is hard enough without feeling like no one has your back. Marcy brings kindness, fairness, and a good sense of humor into her work every single day. She creates a space where students feel safe, supported, and confident that the adults around them are rooting for them, even when things get messy. Marcy Lemke is a true bridge builder, connecting students to trust, confidence, and the belief that there are adults who will stand up for them when it matters the most. Please join me in celebrating Bridge Builder Award recipient, Marcy Lemke. Congratulations. I will start reading the second one because she is not able to join us tonight. Our second bridge builder, Carol Shanlau, is a preschool teacher. She is someone we absolutely need to honor, even though she can't be with us tonight, as she is celebrating her daughter's birthday. We'll miss seeing her tonight and we'll miss seeing her face this evening, but it felt important that we pause to recognize the incredible impact she has on our youngest learners and their families. She is a preschool teacher, and the words shared by her nominator paint a picture that many families know well. They wrote, "Miss Carol always greets us with a warm smile and happiness that you can feel. She always shares how your student is doing and works hard, making you and your child feel comfortable. She has great communication skills." And then came a moment that says everything about who Carol is. My child would cry coming in from recess and lay on the floor. Miss Carol would sing to him and make him feel better, and he would get right up and go back to class. Carol chose patience, she chose comfort, she chose connection, and sometimes she chose a song. That's bridge building at its finest. Carol creates a space where children feel safe, families feel informed, and emotions are met with care instead of urgency. She understands that learning doesn't happen until kids feel regulated, loved, and secure, and she meets them exactly where they are. Carol Shanlau builds bridges through warmth, communication, and an incredible ability to remain calm even when a child's world feels a little bit too big. Please join me in celebrating Bridge Builder Award recipient Carol Shanlau. All right, Bridge Builder number 3, Dorothy Neese. Dorothy is a student advocate and our McKinney-Vento coordinator. Our third bridge builder is someone whose work often happens quietly, but whose impact is felt deeply across the entire district. Dorothy Neese is a valued member of our Granite Falls family, supporting students every single day at Crossroads and throughout the district. Her nominator captured her impact beautifully, sharing, "Dorothy Neese is a wonderful member of our Granite team. Daily, she works to support students both at Crossroads and across the district. She is a student advocate at heart. Dorothy helps connect students and families to the resources they need so students can attend school, stay engaged, and feel supported. In her role as our McKinney-Vento coordinator, she walks alongside students and families navigating housing instability and uncertainty, and always with compassion and dignity." The nominator went on to say, "She is always a pleasure to be around. She is so kind. She might be one of the kindest people I've ever met. And courteous, and treats each student and their story with professionalism, respect, and empathy. Dorothy builds bridges by meeting families where they are, advocating fiercely, and ensuring that students know that they're not alone." Dorothy Neese is a true bridge builder, linking students and families to stability, support, and hope. Please join me in celebrating Bridge Builder Award recipient, Dorothy Neese. All right, our fourth bridge builder tonight is Kathy Hadajarvi. All right, Kathy, welcome up. Kathy works on our life skills team at Monte Cristo Elementary. Our final bridge builder is someone whose work reminds us that building bridges isn't just about one student. It's about creating belonging everywhere that student goes. Kathy is a seasoned and deeply respected member of the life skills team at Monte Cristo Elementary. For several years, she has worked one-on-one support for a student who is nonverbal. And in that time, she has built truly a beautiful relationship grounded in trust, patience, and care. Through her support, this student has developed friendships with peers across the school. Kathy helped build connections not just in the classroom, but throughout the entire school and community, including with our custodial and kitchen staff. As a result, the student now has daily responsibilities with both building independence, confidence, and a sense of purpose. Even though Kathy serves as a one-on-one, her impact reaches far beyond a single student. She has strong relationships with all of the students in the life skills classroom, intentionally taking time each day to connect, support, and care for each one. Kathy also rides the bus. That's fun. Where she gets to know students across the school. Her kindness and enthusiasm are contagious, Students flock to her to share their stories, their wins, and their days. As a coworker, Kathy is just as powerful as a bridge builder. With many new staff members and life skills, her experience, patience, and steady guidance have been invaluable. She leads by example and generously shares her knowledge, brainstorms solutions, and encourages her colleagues to care for themselves, reminding them that this work is meaningful, but it's also demanding. With Kathy's guidance, the classroom is learning sign language to better communicate with students who are nonverbal. Another bridge built, another barrier removed. You could ask Kathy about anyone at Monte Cristo. You could ask anyone at Monte Cristo Elementary, and they would have a great story to share about Kathy. Kathy is a true bridge builder, creating connection, dignity, and belonging wherever she goes. Please join me in celebrating Bridge Builder Award recipient, Kathy Adajarvi. You're amazing. If we could have all three bridge builders come up and get a picture behind the bridge, right? I mean, they have to have a bridge, take a picture behind. We'll get a picture of them real quick, and then I'll turn it back over to Director Ledoux.
And we'll gather everybody up here for the photo. We're going to take a 10-minute recess, and then we'll return for the rest of the board meeting. You are free to stay if you would like, but there's also cookies out there, and I know the push and pull of that. So thank you all for attending. We'll have a 10-minute recess, take a photo, and then we'll be back at 7 o'clock. Yep. Okay. Time is 7 o'clock, and we are moving to item 3A for the board meeting, board comments and board reports. So I'll do the traditional. I'll hold off to Elijah and Thomas towards the end. Greg or Director Farley, do you have anything that you'd like to comment on? So, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Director Panagas.
It was just a joy to do the bridge builders and the success in it, and I really appreciate being able to see all those faces. I did have a comment that I was at City Council a week ago, and Sheriff Dalton did his report, and it's just something I wanted to share. Overall, he said that Granite Falls.
Maybe that one doesn't work.
I don't know. We can hear you better now. The feedback is okay. Granite Falls has experienced an overall reduction in the calls for service, reflecting this trend towards stabilization in Granite. Well, what I really found interesting was that despite the overall decline in calls for service, school-related activity actually increased in 2025. But as he reviewed the data, the increase was driven by a significant rise in proactive school visits, which increased by 70%. And he said the actual calls for service at area schools decreased by 17%. And he attributed that to the increased deputy presence, relationship building with students, and a shift among new school administrators towards handling routine discipline internally rather than involving law enforcement. And I just wanted to congratulate our administrators for that. He said this proactive approach has positively impacted school environments and overall community wellness. Anyway, and the relationship built within schools has proven to be valuable beyond the campus boundaries. So I just wanted to recognize the work that's happening in our school district and the cooperation that we have with the sheriff department. So that's my comment.
Yeah, thank you. Director Dane.
I love that. That's a great story. Yeah, the calls for service in the fire department aren't going down, they're going up in the community. So I am not sure what reflects that, but I want to just acknowledge the social media presence that the school district has had, bringing information to our public about school conditions, what is supported by levy, what is not, and also the introductions of staff members every week. So it is amazing from when I started on the school board to where we are today in how we're getting our social media presence out there and really educating our community about the positives of our school and the challenges that we face. And so hats off to the folks that are doing that. We need to keep it up way past the levy, just forever.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right, from my side, again, these are my favorite nights. Recognition of students, employees. It's a good reminder of what we're doing and why we're here. Second thing too, I know this could probably wait until the consent agenda, but I just felt like it was noteworthy. Huge thank you to Rosalie Wallstrom for the donation of amazing equipment to our CTE program. Some shapers, planers, sanders, like these are all very high quality industrial pieces of equipment. And so I just wanted to give a big thank you to Rosalie for that donation. So, and then going down to Elijah, any updates, any comments on your side?
Nothing much other than, just a huge congrats to my two personal friends and the awards that they've gotten tonight.
Great. And Thomas, any updates, comments?
Nothing to say other than what has already been said, so no comments.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to item 3B, the superintendent report presented by Dr. Giesland.
All right. So we talked about this a little bit, but January is School Board Appreciation Month, and we have been honoring our board throughout the month with introductions if people haven't met you before. So meet the board, and then all of our schools on their reader board, or shout out to Granite Falls Middle School for their clever use of cups in saying that they love our board. And so thank you to our schools for doing that. But our board is focused on student-centered leadership. Obviously, we've increased the presence of students and student reps. And then, of course, stewardship and governance as we go through and review policies and make sure they're up to what WASDA recommends, and community commitment, and then supporting our schools. Our board has been present in many of our schools, and as we start our walkthroughs and those kind of things and making those plans, I just want to say thank you to our board for all that you do behind the scenes and at board meetings to support our kids and community. All right, now on to student voice. There we go. We had a Tiger Cabinet meeting this last Thursday, and our students were able to meet in their schools. Well, usually Tiger Cabinet students will break into groups to do some sort of activity, and it could be third graders with high school students and middle school students. This time is the one time that we actually meet in school teams, and they reviewed a problem of practice they came up with their school leader, and working on that problem, and great discussions and a chance for I think about Mr. Maynard stepping out of the middle school with a group of student leaders and saying, gosh, what's going well, what's not going well. The magic wand activity is what if you could tap it on one thing that you would change. Director Panegas was there. And then the ideas ranged everything from kids asking for just more kindness and belonging and acceptance, to later start times for secondary schools, to more class offerings at the secondary level. So they're going to take the root of all their brainstorming and their work, and then do some work at the school level. Go next thing. Our upcoming district and community events. We have a school election. We have a levy where there are two propositions on the levy. This is information only. Proposition 1 is our EP&O levy. Our EP&O levy currently makes up about 11% of our district budget. It's the gap. It funds a lot of the things that aren't funded by the state. And so it funds the majority of our classified staff members, our paraeducators, but also nurses and counselors and those kind of things. All of our extracurricular offerings are also supported by the EP&O levy. And then some day-to-day things as well, utilities and insurance. And we have been getting out into our buildings and into the community and just making sure we have information out there. If people want to look at our district website, it's available there as well. And then secondly, Proposition 2 is our technology and capital projects levy. Really the focus there is safe and comfortable learning environments. We have HVAC systems that need upgrading across the district to be in compliance with the Clean Buildings Act. And then, of course, the technology component, the infrastructure, the Chromebooks and all of those things. And then the lighting and facilities upgrades, those capital levies, when dollars are set aside, they're there in case you have some things that you need to do. In addition, on this proposition to some of our sports fields, we're going to pull, should the levy pass, we will pull a community group together to decide how we want to upgrade those sports fields for community use, which would be some turfing and some lighting and those kind of things. So lots of work to be done, but we're excited about February 10th, and there's 295 districts in Washington state, and about 135 are running their EPNO levy, and generally a capital and technology levy as well on February 10th. That's just kind of the time that school districts run their levies. And then lastly, sorry, I've got two computers going here. Upcoming district and community events. Winter sports are in full swing. They're going to wrap up here towards the end of January, beginning of February, and then there'll be postseason that's available on our website and on the high school and middle school websites. Battle of the Classes, always a great event at Granite Falls High School. The main event is February 28th. If you haven't been to that, please attend. It's really fun. And then there's some competitions leading up to that. There's a volleyball game. And then there's also a flag football game, lots of dress up days, and they decorate halls. But the gym decoration on the night of the 28th, I got to tell you, when I went to my first one a couple of years ago, I was blown away by, honestly, the art and the craftiness and all of the things. So they'll probably be looking for judges. So if you show your face around, you're going to get roped into being a judge. So I'm just preparing you to be ready for that. But it's quite an amazing event. And I know that was started so many years ago as a gap between winter sports and spring sports. And our students have such a good time with it. So we invite the whole community to come out to any of those events in the evening. And that's it.
Okay. Any questions, comments? No? Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Items from before Tawny, do we have any? No? Okay. Unfinished business, we have none. Item 6A, new business, MOU for CHC of Snohomish County sports physicals. I think all of us are aware of what this is, but Dana, if you just kind of want to give a quick overview of specifically for the sports physicals and the CHC.
And I'll do both 6A and 6B at the same time. So both of these, and they're included in the board packet, are in preparation for the opening of our school-based health center, which will be opening next fall. The construction of it is going to actually happen right out here. The construction will happen this summer, but this allows CHC to come in July or probably late August into September and offer free sports physicals for our students, and then some dental things as well before the school-based health center gets opened up, because we want to establish that for our kids. That is sometimes a barrier for kids to be able to play sports. They can't get to some place to get that sports physical done. So if we can have it here, and we'll probably coordinate with the community coalition on our back to school fair, because maybe we could offer some things there as well. So all of that to be said, we need to have the MOU approved so that we can do that before the school-based health center officially opens its doors.
Well, I'll keep it on A for right now. Any discussion on sports physicals?
I would just say I was so tickled to read that because that is something that the coalition has taken on and done. And it just really warmed my heart to see that the school district did, because I know, we can only do it one day in the summer, and we have, maybe 35 kiddos that are able to get a physical, and the parents are so appreciative. But to be open for a longer, more extended time is just amazing.
Yeah,
so
great.
That's my comment.
Appreciate it. Anything else?
It's an awesome opportunity.
It is, absolutely. Accessibility is the best ability. Right? So, okay. So I'd like to make a motion that we accept or approve the MOU CHC of Snohomish County sports physicals.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And then moving on, Dana has had the discussion, or Dr. Giesland has had the discussion about this, but item B, MOU CHC of Snohomish County dental outreach. Any discussion?
Again, very,
Another positive,
Yep.
very positive.
positive thing for our community.
Okay, perfect. I'd like to make a motion that we accept MOU CHC of Snohomish County Dental Outreach.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And then item 6C, resolution 252610 MCE property adjustment authorization. This is effectively just correcting the property line in conjunction with the city of where the school is built versus where the property line is just drawn. So this was actually, like, this was brought to the attention by the city anyway, and they said, let's move the property line. So I don't know if there's any discussion on there. Just has to go through. Okay.
At least they're getting it corrected.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Marshall.
Kind of comically, the property line as defined by the city was out into the middle of the road.
Yeah.
It bled out into the middle of 100 Street. So it's just giving one from the street basically back to the street.
Yeah. So, okay. So I'd like to make a motion that we approve resolution 252610 MCE property line adjustment authorization.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. And then the consent agenda. There are additions. If anybody's looked through there, I'll again just mention the donation approval is within there, which I am ecstatic about. Anytime we can get fantastic stuff like that, that's great. Any discussion on the consent agenda?
Just how wonderful that donation was.
That is amazing.
That's yeah, I do some woodworking in my spare time, and I know that my equipment is nowhere near that nice, and I know how much it costs.
Well, and they're not getting someone else's junk.
Yep.
That you're gonna end up having to repair.
Yep.
To do.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. So yeah, there's not enough good things to say about Rosalie here. But any other discussion on the consent agenda? No. Okay, so then the consent agenda passes with unanimous consent. The time is 7:15, and that adjourns this meeting of the Granite Falls School Board. Thank you.